ways to do this, but I'm going to show you the way to do it within a browser. So I think this is the best way to probably do it on your Chromebook. Um, you might be able to do it in Google Earth itself rather than just through a web browser. That would be a little higher quality one. But in a nutshell, what you're going to do is you're going to create a project. So to do that, you'll come up to here, and we'll just close that right now so you can see your options. And one of the options is projects, and you're going to want to create a project in Google Drive. And now you need to decide where you're going to start off with. I started mine at school, so I am going to start this one at school too. I'm going to call it Rock Field Trip. All right, and we're going to go to school to start off with. And school is 2500 Country Club Road, Lake Oswego. And so that's where I'm going to set my first place mark. So there's the school. You can just stick with this view. That's fine. I'm going to do a more specific view to my classroom. So I'm going to come over to here. If you have an earth here, double click on the compass, and the compass will pop up. When you've got the compass, you can use the trackpad. If you keep the mouse inside the compass, you can tilt Google Earth down like that. So I'm clicking on my trackpad, keeping clicked with one finger, and then using another finger to move it down. You can also grab around and so forth. So I'll back up a little bit. This image of the school here, and that's going to be where I'll start for this one. And what I need to do is add a place mark. So down here, there's a little add place mark button. Click the add place mark, and I'll stick it right there, smack dab in the courtyard. And I'm going to call this LOJHS. And that'll be my first thing. And I'm going to capture this view. I'll be honest with you, not 100% sure if I need to hit capture this view, but I'm going to do it anyway just to be safe. There we go, capture this view. And the next place I want to go to is Madras, Oregon, which is on the way to Richardson's Recreational Ranch, which is where I went to my field trip. So, Madras, Oregon. And it's going to fly to Madras, Oregon. And then once again, I am going to get a view. I'll go down inside the compass and tilt it back a little bit. You can also change the 2D to 3D, and that gives you more options when you tilt. And once again, I'm manipulating this with one thumb on the trackpad, one finger on the trackpad, another finger moving it around. I'm going to say that's the view I want. So I'll call this Madras, make a place mark. It's still loading. And we're going to say boom right there. Call it Madras. And I'm going to capture this view. And then I'm going to go to Richardson's. And I happen to have already put in the latitude and longitude for Richardson's Recreational Ranch. And then I'll fly over to Richardson's, which is outside of town a little bit. And we'll go this one right here. And then I'm going to zoom in on their rock yard. So all those little piles of things. Those are all the rocks they have for sale down at Richardson's. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to add a place mark. And I'll go right there. They used to allow people to actually dig for thunder eggs on their property. Now you can just go and you can buy them from the piles. I think it takes some of the fun away. But for whatever reason, they stopped doing that in 2019. So now I've got those three things saved, LOJHS, Madras, and Richardson's Recreational Ranch. So when I click on them, it will fly to them and go to that view. So then I just went ahead and did a screen recording of my trip. And that's what you see in the video, along with a voiceover. Then when I want to go to the next spot, and like I said, there's probably another way to do this, but I know this will probably work on the Chromebooks. Good luck.